Well, greetings, fine Americans, Canadians of this fair planet Earth. Hopefully you're doing well. I'm meteorologist Brian Ivy. I like to start things off when possible with a creative map, so I have that behind me. This is how many inches of snow in the forecast it takes for the National Weather Service to issue a winter storm warning with snow expected in a 24-hour period. This big area of gold hair across the north, pretty widespread, where a lot of the snow comes or typically falls. 8 inches you need. Well, what about right here? That is 18 to 24 inches needed. These are the mountainous regions across the Intermountain West. What about Orlando, Florida? You only need a ½ inch of snow to have a winter storm warning. It greatly differs across portions of the mid and deep south compared to the north. No surprise, inch of snow in Atlanta, Georgia can be somewhat crippling. An inch of snow in Minneapolis, St. Paul is another day. So this system here is going to usher in colder air. This is with the cold front. This moves eastward, but then kind of runs into a little wall here across Lake Superior. It'll pinwheel around a little bit and bring a couple waves of snow through. Temperatures are going to be a little marginal during the day Thursday and during the day Friday. So we're not going to probably see a ton of accumulation unless you're further north here in portions of Minnesota, Wisconsin. That's where a few inches of snow are likely. Maybe even several inches could fall. This is more of your 1 to 2 inch type stuff. Last 10 days. Woo! Toasty. This is maxed out on the color table around 20 degrees above average across much of Canada. That is pretty extreme. You know what else is weird? It's below average by a decent clip across the deep south. You do not see that typically. Normally the cold air is coming in from here and going down south, and nope, that's not the case. Everything's a little topsy-turvy because, of course, it's 2020/2021. Just one of those other things. This is the propensity to see some troughiness that will develop. This is a lot of ridging. These are generally a propensity for warmer temperatures, but here we get that first trough in there, and this pinwheels around, and a couple areas of low pressure could develop across the east as we have this kind of flow of better low pressure development. But then that kind of changes. It gets mixed up a little bit. The blocking pattern ends up here and here, and it favors the troughing to be on the west coast and the far east coast, maybe out to sea a little bit, which puts more of the warmth and more ridging back into the central and eastern U.S. This is really that TBD type of situation where it's not set in stone, but there's going to be some anomalous warmth in spots. I think we have a better idea, though, going forward to see a couple pockets of some colder temperatures, just not a ton of staying power. So this system moves out, but it's going to be slow. It'll kind of continue to run into that wall with good blocking out across portions of the North Atlantic. We'll get a couple other systems to try to spin up and move eastward, just little clippers, not going to be anything really too turbulent. Some intermountain snow out west as well, and then those lakes clippers. Not a ton going on. A little bit of a front here. There'll be warm-ups that'll happen off and on in between systems, then little cool downs, maybe a couple periods of potent Arctic air, but short-lived. I don't think they're going to have a ton of staying power overall, as you can see that area kind of moving out. And then we have another spot that will redevelop, and that will push through as well. Just not really a great pattern for even prolonged lake effect snow or anything like that. It's, yeah, you know, there's just no big 10+ inch storms, I think, on the horizon in the next week or so at this point, but more active compared to where we're at now. For any snow contractors at home wondering how you can get a better, more reliable weather forecast, that's what we do here at NeoWeather. We provide detailed and accurate information specific for your location, all around the impacts, so you can make better decisions.